How many of you have actually read Swami Vivekananda? I request you to read him. Because when you read him, something happens inside you. Swami Vivekananda does not soothe you. Swamiji does not put you into sleep. He is not those pulp fiction books which have become very popular nowadays. Love this, love that. He is not that. He disturbs you in a positive manner. He activates the dynamism inside you, makes you do something about things around you. I'm reminded about an anecdote which happened in the life of a Hindi author in the early 1950s. This person had gone to Japan. Incidentally, Swami Vivekananda wanted every young man of India and young woman of India to visit that country. And after going around the country, Japan, this person was sitting in the train about to leave the country. And he said that I went around this place, but I didn't find apple. And someone who was a Japanese, heard that. Now, if that were to happen in Mumbai, suppose that were to happen in Mumbai. Suppose somebody says, Mumbai, it is, I did not eat, say, vada pav. I did not eat vada pav. So people will be like, haan, aajkal to vada pav pehle jaisa nahi raha. We will immediately say, yeah, vada pav, that quality is not there nowadays. We will immediately agree with that person. But look at this Japanese gentleman. He said, wait a minute. He went out, immediately came, he returned with a basket full of apples, and he folded his hands and said to that writer, Hindi writer, that please never in your life say that you don't get apples in Japan. That is patriotism. So many people, many youngsters ask us, we have got independence, we have become independent, so how do we be patriotic? Now we can't do anything. India has become free. Patriotism is when you see something wrong around you, you don't complain, you don't blame the government, you don't blame the local municipality. You go there and try to fix it. Because it is as much as your problem as it is the problem of the nation. Because you are the part of nation. And this is the gospel, this is the message of participation, a dynamic participation that Swami Vivekananda gave to the youth of India. When he was speaking to the youth in Chennai, he gave 5 lectures in Chennai, then called Madras. In one of the lectures titled, My Plan of Campaign, towards the end of the lecture, he says, if you can help this country, he compares the country to a ship which has got some holes and is sinking. He says, this national ship of ours is sinking. If you can help in plugging these holes, in blocking these holes, do that. But if you can't, do not curse this nation. Let not one word of curse arise from your lips. If you can help, otherwise simply shut your mouth. And if you cannot help, let us all sing together. But let us not work in opposition to the nation. Because if you do that, you would be working in opposition to yourself. Because you are part of this nation. And that is what we need to understand today. We need to understand that all the institutions you see around you are the creation of people like you. Every time you blame a police person, a policeman, police personality of not working properly, you are actually blaming yourself. Every time you find fault with your teacher, you are actually blaming yourself. Every time you find fault with a doctor who is failing to treat the patient, you are actually blaming yourself. Because you have to remember that not in the distant future, one of you will become that police person, one of you will become that teacher, and one of you will become that doctor. So we need dynamic people. We don't need people who, over a cup of coffee or tea, as they say, a lot can happen over a cup of coffee. So over a cup of coffee or tea or some other beverage, go on and on in criticism of the nation, of society and traditions. We don't need such people. We don't need people who do not believe in themselves and